Am I the asshole for ending things with my boyfriend after a year of an open relationship he agreed to? My boyfriend and I were together for a few years. We lived together, we were monogamous, and honestly, I thought we were really happy. He treated me the way I wanted to be treated, I did the same for him, and I genuinely couldn't see anything wrong. I trusted him completely, which is probably why finding out he was cheating hit me as hard as it did. I'm not going to pretend I handled the discovery gracefully in my own head. I was wrecked, humiliated, honestly, but I didn't want to make a decision in the middle of that storm because I knew whatever I decided in that headspace, I'd probably regret. So I told him I needed space and I took a full month away from him. No talking, no seeing each other, nothing. That month was hard, but it was also the most clarifying time of my life. I sat with everything, the hurt, the anger, the love I still had for him, the fear of starting over, the fear of staying. And by the end of it, I realised something important. I couldn't go back to how things were. Not because I didn't love him anymore, but because I loved myself too. The thought of being the faithful girlfriend at home while quietly wondering if he was doing it again made my skin crawl. I wasn't going to live like that. But I also wasn't ready to walk away. I still loved him, so I called him and gave him two options. Option 1 was a clean break. We end it, go our separate ways, no hard feelings. Option 2 was that he moves out, we keep dating, but the relationship opens up. He could see other people, I could see other people. The conditions were that neither of us ever hears a word about the other's outside life. We both use protection and we both get tested regularly. I want to be really clear about something because people keep getting it wrong. Option 2 wasn't me trying to keep him. It wasn't a desperate attempt to hold onto the relationship. It was the only way I could imagine staying with him without betraying myself. It was me carving out a path where I could keep loving him without sitting in the position of the woman who got cheated on and just took it. If I was going to give him another chance, it had to be on terms where I wasn't the only one with something to lose. That's it. That was the entire point. I also need to be clear about this because his version of events is twisting it. I had no expectations going into the new arrangement. I wasn't secretly hoping he would stay faithful so we could rebuild. I wasn't quietly waiting for him to prove himself and earn his way back. I had genuinely accepted that the relationship was now what it was. Open, conditional, no guarantees. I wasn't holding out for some specific romantic outcome. He picked option 2, but then he said something I didn't ask him to say. He told me completely on his own that he was only picking it because he wanted to work things out, prove he could be trustworthy, and eventually earn his way back to a monogamous relationship with me. I didn't bring that up. I didn't tell him I was hoping for that. He offered it freely. If I had any hope at all after that, it wasn't that he'll come back to me. It was just that he'll be the kind of person who keeps his word. That's not a relationship expectation. That's the bare minimum I hope for from anyone who looks me in the eye and tells me what their intentions are. I think that's an important distinction. I wasn't rooting for our relationship in secret. I was just hoping he would be honest the way I would hope anyone would be honest about making a promise nobody asked them to make. For about a year, the arrangement actually worked on the surface. He moved out, we kept dating, and we both stuck to the literal conditions. I never heard anything about his other women. He never heard anything about who I was seeing. I knew he was still seeing other people though, and not in some abstract way. About 4 months in, I went to a party with friends and saw him there with the woman he'd originally cheated on me with. They were together, clearly still seeing each other. I'm not going to lie and say it didn't sting, because it did. Seeing it in real life hit different than just knowing it in theory. But I didn't say anything. I didn't pull him aside, I didn't text him about it later. I didn't even bring it up the next time we saw each other. Those were the terms. I'd agree to them. He was technically allowed to be there with her, and me making a scene would have meant I didn't actually mean what I said when I set the rules. So I rolled with it. I let myself feel what I felt, I went home, and I moved on. I think that night was when something quietly shifted in me, even though I didn't fully realise it at that time. He hadn't just kept seeing other women. He'd kept seeing her. The same woman. The one whose existence had broken everything in the first place. That told me more than any conversation could have about who he actually was when nobody was making him perform. About 6 months in, I started seeing someone new. I didn't go looking for him. He just kind of showed up in my life and was steady, and in kind of the ways I hadn't realised I was missing. We've been together for almost a year now, and somewhere along the way, I fell in love with him. Really deeply in love. A few weeks ago, I ended things with my original boyfriend. I told him I'd met someone and I wanted to be in a committed relationship with that person and that we were done. He lost it. He said I betrayed him. He said I'd been using him the whole time and just biding my time until I found someone better. He said I should have told him I was secretly hoping he'll stay faithful because then he could have made a real choice instead of the one he made. I don't feel like I betrayed him. I never told him I was hoping he'll stay faithful because I wasn't. I wasn't hoping for the outcome. I gave him a real choice with real terms, and I meant every word of it. The only thing I quietly hoped was that he would be a person of his word. And that's not something I should have to disclose, because that's what every honest person hopes about everyone else by default. He cheated first. I gave him a second chance most people wouldn't have. He picked option two. He said on his own that he wanted to rebuild and prove himself. I took him at his word. The same way I'll take anyone at their word. If he'd done what he said he wanted to do, maybe he would be in a different place. But he didn't. He used the year to keep seeing the same woman he cheated on me with, and somewhere in that same year I quietly realised he wasn't who I needed him to be. The new guy didn't steal me. He just happened to be there when I was already on my way out, even if I didn't know it yet. My friends are split. Some of them think I handled this with more grace than he deserved. Others are saying I used him romantically, that I should have been transparent about my hopes, and that even if I didn't technically break the rules, I broke the spirit of them. And honestly, that's why I'm posting this, because I've been turning it over and over in my head, and I can't tell anymore if I'm seeing it clearly or if I'm just protecting myself and feeling guilty. Am I the asshole?
No. And do you know what? I really love the way that OP thinks. I really like how clearly she sees things.
Some men are really crazy. I don't want to generalize at this point, but to make it make sense, you're in a relationship with somebody and then you cheated. Okay. And then this person say, give me time to think about it. And the person, after thinking, and voila, every time you now decide, she now told you that, you know what, let's open the relationship. Okay. Let's open it so that you can be free to do what you want and I can be free to do what I want. You did not question it. You did not say no. No. You agreed for you people to open the relationship. And the relationship got opened. And then still you went back to the first person that you cheated on her with. Okay. And she saw it and still kept her cool. Hmm? And then when she now finally moved on, you're upset. What color is the problem? What is the color of your problem? If I bite my tongue, what exactly is the color of your problem? Okay, you thought cheating was best for only you. You didn't know another person can play the game. No, you did not know. Chai. So sorry. Oh, I'm very, very sorry for you. It's funny how men think they can eat their cake and still have it. You understand? You feel like you can do anything and get away with it. No, honey, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You understand? Since you love that person so much, please move on with that person. Let her find love. Let her move on with her own person. You understand? You don't have to be an agadaba chirozo. You don't have to block her own way. You seem to because when you cheated on her with this person, okay, and then she opened the relationship, you did not say no. Let's not open it, please. Let me work hard. Let me prove to you that I've changed. I will change. You agreed. And that agreement was to still prove to her. Oh. And then because the relationship was open, you've never seen her with another person. You did not. You did not catch her with another person. And then you went back to the same person again. Okay. And then she saw it. Your mind did not tell you. So you just want to be eating here, eating there, eating everywhere at the same time. No, no, that's not how it works. Okay? That's not how it works. Since you love that person, please move on with that person. Let her move on with her new person. It's as simple as that. Abi, what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comment section.